Hello guys, I hope you're all doing great. Today's video is gonna be about work and study programs in France. Basically, with these programs, you're gonna get paid to study. It helps a lot for your studies. I'm not talking about scholarship or grants. If you wonder how, continue watching. Welcome to Francization. Here is another episode and you will be seeing tips and details of life in France. My name is Mustafa, producing this video from Paris. In this video, I'm gonna talk about work and study contracts to get paid to study in France. If you're thinking you arrived in France but you have to work to survive, understandably, this program is great for you. Basically because you would be paid around 1,200 to 2,500 and it is great money to survive in Paris. Well, remember this always, of course, for Paris it is never enough. It is also great because you would be working on something actually related to your degree, which means if you study something on marketing management, you could be working as a marketing professional. Or if you study luxury business management, it is quite popular degree in France, then it is likely that you will be able to find a company that will pay you to study and work with them. I'll explain you how to find a company in the rest of the video, so stay tuned, but before that I'll explain this program. First of all, this program is called Alternance. It is apprenticeship, kind of like an internship, but something more serious. I'll be talking about master degree here as I have more experience for that, but I know it is possible to do this program in bachelor's degree as well. So, the degrees are separated to full-time master programs and alternance programs. Well, full-time programs is just an ordinary program that you study from Monday to Friday, but alternance programs, you're half in the school and half in the company. Well, considering over a year, you are more in the company. What does this mean? You sign your contract with school and the company. I'll tell you how you're gonna find apprenticeship contract later in this video. After you sign your contract, starting in September, let's say, you get your salary in September, and most of the time you don't work in September, but you study full-time in the school, so you're paid at the same time. And after September, you stay in school for 2 days and going to work for 3 days per week until something like March. After March, you work full-time until the new school year. There are of course different schedules, but it is always the same logic. You study and work, you get paid, you get experience in a company, you fill your CV, you're graduating from a master's degree, all good, super clean, a perfect plan. But why do companies are paying for your school fee and you just to let you study and work with them? This part you can skip, but I want to inform you very well, so if you're interested in the great scheme behind this, continue watching this part, if not just skip to later minutes. Later, I'll explain how you will find these schools, how to get an admission to these schools, and how are you going to find your company, and what kind of jobs you can do, and also additional benefits working in a company. Alright, I'm giving these details as I have been at both sides. I was an apprentice in Société Générale Insurance, I created a company with my business partner, and now I employ an apprentice. Companies basically don't pay your school fee. Those fees are paid by the government. Of course, there's a threshold. We're talking about something like 10K per year. If you're studying in a very expensive school than average, then your employer can be a bit picky because they would have to pay some of the fees of your school. You're talking about 10K per year on average here. Also, part of your salary is subsidized by the government. Right now, there's an exceptional aid. Government is paying 666 euros per month for the apprentice, but normally government has been helping companies with 333 euros per month. These are the aids, but also a normal employee costs a lot to the employer. But an apprentice doesn't cost as much as a normal employee. There are almost no social charges. Your brute salary is very close to the net salary, no cuts from your payslip. This is really good. So all this means you're actually a cheap workforce. Many companies are kind of abusing this because they just prefer hiring apprentices for the work that requires a full-time employee. And because of this, it becomes a bit difficult to find a job in France. Well, why hire a full-time employee when there's an apprentice, right? Alright. Well, this is the reality behind apprenticeship in France. So please leave a comment below if you experienced these programs, what was your experience, you can explain all and we can discuss below. So let's go to how you're going to find these schools. Well, you're just going to Google it. For example, management, alternance, Paris with these keywords. You're just going to find a lot of results. There are even a lot of advertisements on Google because schools need money too. It's a win-win-win situation. The school wins, the company wins, and you win. If you don't know what kind of program you should choose for your master degree, if you don't know what to search, I'll make another video about, so you can subscribe below in this page or you can comment below. I always try to reply when there's a question. Let's say you found 2 to 3 schools and programs that you're interested in. And in English, yes, there are a lot of programs in English. Then they will check your background, your work experience, your school, your motivation for this field, as well as your motivation for France. These are very important, so try to build your CV very well. There's gonna be another video about this as the application days are coming soon, so try to follow the new videos. Well, I can definitely explain a lot here, but the video is just going to be so long because there are a lot to say and it's already long. Anyways, when you're applying to these schools, in the meantime, you should start applying to the companies. It's very important. If you're hired by a company, it's easier to get an admission from a school. And if you get an interview from a company, you can tell them if they hire you, your school is ready, so they wouldn't have to worry about your school. And if they offer you the position, then it is really good because in the interview of the school, you can tell them that you already found a school. Remember, they need money because you're offered a position. It's already guaranteed for them to get the money than wasting their time for students who might not be able to find a company actually. Unfortunately, it's a real thing. You might not be able to find a company. That's why before coming to France, hopefully you have some good work experience somewhere. I saw many times that big consulting companies work like a charm if you have a previous experience with them in your country. Another thing, if you get an admission from a prestigious school, there are gonna be companies who will want to hire you easily because they're hiring their apprentices from that certain school. So it's very important to find a school with good connections with the good companies. Can you find a job in English? Yes, it is possible. It is what I did. Now I'll share my personal experience for my apprenticeship. After my internship in Paris, I wanted to continue in a school with work contract. I wanted to work something related to my degree. I wanted to make my life in Paris more sustainable. And I got an admission from Paris Dauphine University for my second year, and I went to their company presentation days. So what is a company presentation day? This is very important because it might get you the job. In these days, they invite their partner companies for promoting students to get them hired by these partner companies so they can sustain their prestige. I had only one company in mind for the time, and it was Société Générale, and they came for the presentation to there. It was great for me because I had the school backing me up and a company hiring from Dauphine and a past experience in Paris, my internship. I basically interviewed with them in the school. And within the week, I got another interview from them, and the next day, all I know was I got hired by them. It was great. The school helped me a lot. I had other interviews, but I wanted to work in there. So maybe it is better if you focus on a specific company. Well, although I had friends interview with all of them and pick a company among the offers, so it totally depends on you. In this part of the video, I'll briefly explain the benefits you're going to get from the company. First thing first, you will get a very valuable experience from companies like Sanofi, Microsoft, Ubisoft, HP, Société Générale, BNP Paribas, L'Oréal, Chanel, and some other companies. Most of these companies are gonna pay you around 1,300 per month. But some companies like Société Générale, they will pay around 1,800. And I know BNP Paribas was paying their apprentices around 2,500. That is probably one of the highest salary for an apprentice. I'll tell you now, 1,300 is not bad for some companies. Because for example, from L'Oréal, you can get very good employee discounts. And employee discounts in L'Oréal means half-price perfumes and other good stuff. In some companies like Microsoft, the experience is gonna be very valuable. It will look very nice in your CV. These companies are gonna provide you saving accounts. For some companies, you can expect 1,000 to 3,000 euros per year to your saving account. You will surely get a mutuelle, which is a complementary health insurance. You will have around a month of paid leave. You will have Christmas gifts from your company, if they're not cheap, and some of them, they will subsidize your gym, or some trips or some expenses. Nowadays they are giving remote working bonus for you to buy some desks and screens and stuff, but I don't know if they give it for apprentices. So the last very important information, if it is not your second year in France as a non-EU foreigner, unfortunately you won't be able to do this program. I'm sorry, but no worries. You study your first year as a full-time student like me, and then for the second year you can find a school that you can do alternance. Alright, that's all from me for now. I hope you like what I share here. I would appreciate a lot if you could support my channel by subscribing and liking this video. Thank you so much for watching it. You can leave a comment if you have any questions. I try to reply them as soon as possible. So see you in the next video.